Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about Sheebah Kalungi,
Ooh, yeah.
the Ugandan music star.
hmm
But recently she's been making headlines
Yeah.
for a different reason.
Right.
And it's a controversy that has a lot of people questioning
Yeah.
her feminist values.
It is really fascinating how this kind of throws a wrench in things.
Right.
Because you have Sheebah, who is this self-proclaimed feminist,
Mm-hmm.
who has really inspired young women
Yep.
all across Uganda. And then, boom,
Yeah,
this scandal drops. And it seems to, clash with everything she stands for.
exactly. It's a total head scratcher.
Yeah.
So to understand how we got here,
Okay.
let's rewind a little bit.
All right.
Sheebah, at just 35,
Wow.
is already a music icon in Uganda.
That's right.
Her music is infectious,
Mm-hmm.
but it's her bold stance on gender equality
Yeah.
that really sets about putting her career first and not needing a man
Right.
to find success.
I think that message has really struck a chord with so many young women.
Yeah,
She's become this symbol of female strength and independence,
absolutely.
which is why this is also confusing.
It really is.
Yeah.
So the story starts back in October 2023
Okay.
with a huge singing battle in the UK.
Wow.
Sheebah versus Cindy Sanyu,
Oh, cool.
another big name in Ugandan music.
Mm-hmm.
Now, singing battles are a pretty big deal in Uganda.
I can imagine.
They're a chance for artists to show off their skills and connect with their fans.
Right.
The event itself was a smash hit,
Okay.
but the real drama unfolded behind the scenes.
Oh, really?
This is where the event promoter comes in,
Okay.
and this is key. He's a married man with 2 daughters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So initially, it just seemed like a normal professional interaction
Gotcha.
between him and Sheebah.
Right.
Nothing really out of the ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
But then things took a turn in January 2024.
Oh, okay.
The promoter, along with his wife,
Yeah.
decided to visit Sheebah in Uganda. Seems like just a friendly trip at first.
All right.
But then Sheebah makes this comment to the wife about their marriage.
No, no.
She said, "Oh, that's so beautiful, and I would like to be a part of it.
Mm.
What do you think?"
I mean, that raises a few eyebrows. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a loaded statement.
Yeah.
There are so many different ways you could interpret that. Was she trying to give a compliment?
Yeah.
Or was there something more behind it? We
Right.
don't know how the wife reacted in that moment,
Yeah.
but you can bet that got people talking.
Oh, absolutely. The rumor mill started going crazy.
Yeah.
And those rumors escalated pretty quickly
Yeah.
because people started whispering about a relationship
Oh, jeez.
between Sheebah and the promoter.
Okay.
And then it gets even juicier
What?
because we got news of Sheebah's alleged pregnancy
No way.
and the birth of a baby girl in Toronto,
Seriously?
where she happened to be performing at the time.
Oh, wow.
Coincidence?
Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the timing is definitely sus.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then there were reports surfacing
Yeah.
of the promoter making large financial contributions
Oh, jeez.
to Sheebah, even allegedly helping her buy a house in Canada,
Oh, wow.
where she lives now.
Okay.
And at the same time, rumors of a strain on his marriage
Yeah.
and a potential separation began to spread.
Wow. This is a lot.
So we're left with this big question mark
Yeah.
hanging over the whole situation.
I can imagine.
How does the Sheebah, who champions female empowerment
Mm-hmm.
and independence,
Yeah.
square with the Sheebah,
Right.
who's allegedly involved with this married man
Yeah.
and potentially disrupting his family?
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like a complete contradiction.
It really does. It's like watching a movie
Yeah.
and the hero suddenly does something
Right.
that makes you question everything you thought you knew about them.
Yeah.
That's what's so interesting about this, because it
Okay.
really forces us to confront
Yeah.
the complexities of human nature, especially with someone like Sheebah,
Right.
who built her persona
Mm-hmm.
on these specific values.
It's almost like she's holding a mirror up to all of us and saying,
Uh-huh.
are you ready to deal with how messy reality can be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we try to put people into these neat little boxes,
Yeah.
like hero or villain, feminist or not a feminist.
Mm-hmm.
But life is not that simple.
It really isn't.
Yeah, and this story is the perfect example.
All right, so we've set the stage here.
Okay.
We've got this seemingly contradictory situation with Sheebah,
Yeah.
this champion of women who's now caught up in this scandal.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to undermine everything she stands for.
Yeah.
But before we jump to any conclusions,
Okay.
we really need to dig a little deeper.
Right.
Yeah, we need to understand the context here
Uh-huh.
and explore some of the nuances
Yeah.
and maybe even challenge some of our own assumptions
Okay.
about what it means to be a feminist in the 21st century.
I'm ready to go down that rabbit hole.
Me too. Let's do it.
Let's unpack this feminist paradox.
All right, let's go.
So I think it's important to remember that feminism
Yeah.
isn't about, like, achieving some impossible
Right.
standard of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
It's about acknowledging that there are these imbalances that women face and pushing for a world that is fair for everyone.
Yeah.
It's about progress.
Right.
It's not about expecting individuals to be flawless.
So are we saying it's okay to give Sheebah a pass then?
Right.
Because of the work that she's done
Well,
for women's empowerment?
it's not about giving anyone a free pass.
Okay.
But I do think it's important to remember that this is more nuanced than it looks on the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny
Right.
that Sheebah has had a positive impact
Yeah.
on so many young women.
Mm-hmm.
Her music, her message, it's all about
Yeah.
embracing your independence and challenging norms.
But can we really separate the art from the artist?
That's a good question.
Can we still appreciate her music
Right.
while condemning her actions?
I think that's a struggle a lot of us face
Yeah.
when someone we admire falls short of the ideals they represent.
Right.
But I think we also need to shine the light somewhere else for a second.
Okay.
Why isn't the promoter facing more scrutiny?
That's a good point.
He's a married man with children.
Yeah.
He made vows.
Yeah. He made commitments.
Yeah, but we're not really talking about him.
It's true. We always focus on the woman in these situations.
Uh-huh.
We hold her accountable.
Right.
But the man's actions
Yeah.
are often minimized or excused.
It's like this double standard
It is.
that we see all the time.
Yeah, not just with celebrities,
Right.
but in society in general.
It's like this idea that men are less responsible for their choices.
Right, especially with infidelity.
Exactly. And I think this case
Mm-hmm.
really highlights that we need to have a broader conversation about accountability,
For sure.
not just for Sheebah, but for everyone involved.
I also think that it's important to remember
Yeah.
that this is all happening in the public eye.
Oh, absolutely.
And fame adds this whole other dimension.
Right.
It amplifies everything,
Mm-hmm.
every move, every mistake.
Yeah. And it creates this pressure
Yeah,
to keep up a certain image.
right. And I can only imagine
Yeah.
how hard it is to be honest
Mm-hmm.
about who you are
Yeah.
and the choices you make.
Fame distorts everything.
Yeah.
And it makes it hard to even tell the difference
Right.
between the person and the persona
Yeah.
that they present to the world.
Totally. And we all make mistakes.
Right.
But when you're a public figure,
Mm-hmm.
they're broadcast to the world.
It's true. And everyone gets to judge
Exactly.
and analyze.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder
Yeah.
if anyone can really live up
Right.
to the expectations
Yeah.
that are put upon them.
Totally.
Yeah.
Especially when those expectations are based
Yeah.
on certain values.
Like feminism.
It's a tightrope walk.
It is.
Trying to balance your personal life with
Yeah.
the public image you've created.
Yeah.
And sometimes they clash.
And it gets messy.
It does.
And this whole situation with Sheebah feels like a collision of epic proportions.
Right.
I mean, we have this icon of female empowerment
Yeah.
who's wrapped up in this scandal that just seems to contradict her values.
Yeah.
And then we have the promoter,
Right.
who's arguably more at fault,
Yeah.
but somehow isn't getting the same level of criticism.
And this really highlights a basic truth about people.
Okay.
We're all complicated.
Mhm.
We're capable of both amazing things and disappointing choices.
Right.
And it's easy to want simple answers,
For sure.
clear judgments.
Mhm.
But this story just resists that.
Yeah, it really does. So it feels like we're kind of stuck in this gray area with
Yeah.
Sheebah.
Mhm.
It's really hard to reconcile her actions
Right.
with her words.
It is tough.
I mean, on one hand,
Yeah.
she's been such a force for positive change.
Right.
She's inspired all these young women to embrace their power.
Totally.
But then if these rumors are true,
Yeah.
her choices seem to contradict all of that.
That's the challenge, isn't it?
It is.
We want to put people in these categories,
Uh-huh.
heroes or villains,
Right.
but it's just not that simple.
Yeah.
People are complicated.
Mhm.
We're capable of doing great things
Right.
and messing up.
Right.
We want a simple answer,
For sure.
a clear judgment, but it's not that easy.
It really isn't. So where does that leave us?
Mm.
How do we even process all of this?
Yeah.
I mean, do we just label her a hypocrite
Right.
and forget about all the good she's done?
Yeah.
Or do we try to understand? Like maybe recognize that even people who advocate for certain values can stumble.
I don't think there's one right answer.
Yeah.
It's something everyone has to decide for themselves. But I think what I find so fascinating about this whole thing is that it makes us look at our own biases.
Yeah.
Like, how do we deal with it? When someone we admire makes mistakes, can we separate the art from the artist?
The message from the messenger.
Exactly. And I think that goes way beyond Sheebah.
Yeah.
It's about how we see and judge all public figures.
Especially the ones who challenge the status quo.
Right.
There's a lot to unpack.
It is.
And this is far from over.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many unanswered questions. But I think what I'm taking away from this is that it's okay to be uncomfortable.
Okay.
To realize that things are contradictory.
I agree.
We don't need to rush to make a judgment. You know, we can let things be messy and complicated.
Yeah, just like real life.
Right, just like real life.
And as this story continues, it'll be interesting to see what Sheebah does.
Yeah, what's she gonna do?
Will she address this? Will she use this to learn and grow?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like, I guess only time will tell.
I guess so.
We'll be here to break it all down.
Of course.
When it does.
We will.
But for now, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
Can we and should we separate someone's personal choices from their public persona?
Right.
Especially when they stand for certain values?
It's a tough question.
It is.
No easy answers.
It really makes you think.
It does.
And we'll keep exploring all of this.
Absolutely.
And I hope you do too.
Yeah.
Until next time.
See ya.